Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be painting this gorgeous eucalyptus stem. I'm going to be using perylene green, green gold and sap green. All these colors are from Winsor & Newton's professional watercolor range. I'm going to be using a mix of these colors and we'll be alternating between their values. For the brushes, we are using these Winsor & Newton cotman brushes. If you don't happen to have these exact ones, that's fine. You can use a round brush. So the way we'll be approaching this piece is I'm going to be using 3 brushes simultaneously. So we'll be loading up each brush with a different color or value. If you're using round brushes, make sure to do the same. So I'm taking my first brush and loading it up with a little bit of green gold and mixing some amounts of perylene green to it. Next up, I'll be mixing a mix of perylene green and sap green. And lastly, for my smallest brush, because I'll be using it for stems and tiniest leaves, I'm going to be using just perylene green in it. So we'll start with the topmost leaves. You can see they're very tiny. So I'm going ahead and just stamping the Filbert brush to get these kind of stroke. And while these leaves are still wet, I'll be going ahead with my smallest brush, which has just perylene green, and I'll drop in some pigment towards the edges. Eucalyptus leaf, you can see that I have my reference on the left, and they are very distinct in the sense when you look at them straight across, you can see some of them just look like lines, while the others look like broad shaped petals going here and there, and then some are curled. So we'll be trying to capture that. You can see I'm making one which looks just like a line, and then one which is towards its sides, and I'll continue doing that. Do remember to drop in some darker pigment while the leaves are still wet. That way you'll be able to demonstrate darker areas in these leaves. So just take your time with the process. If you want, you can go ahead and look up for some eucalyptus leaves on Pinterest or Google and get a better hang of their shapes and structures. The key here is to make sure that the leaves are going in all sorts of different directions. If you make them in a certain direction, it's going to look very static. And you can see in the actual branch, which is on the left, that there is so much movement and the leaves are going in different directions because of how they are structured. Some look thicker, some look thinner, some appear smaller. They look smaller because of the angle at which we are viewing them. So do consider that when you're painting this. And yeah, that's it. In the end, I'm just gonna go ahead with the darker perylene green shade, and I'm gonna darken the stem, and also I'll be adding a little bit of dark tiny leaves here and there. So that's it for our tutorial. I hope you really enjoyed it, and do give it a try. If you happen to try it, make sure to tag me at The Whimsical Creative. I'd love to see and admire your work. If you'd like to see more such tutorials, do make sure to be subscribed to my YouTube channel so that you'll be notified first whenever I upload them. Thank you so much for painting this with me today. I'll speak to you soon. Until then, happy creating.